Good afternoon. Cord and Soroka at Allendale's trading floor in McHenry, Illinois, bringing you your afternoon wrap-up for October 13th, 2011. We had an interesting Thursday today for trade, the day after the big USDA supply and demand report. I'm sure everybody saw what that was yesterday. So we'll talk about the big news today. China bought 900,000 tons of corn confirmed. We also had a smaller purchase of about 290,000 tons to an unknown location. So that gives merit to the buying that we saw on Tuesday, the limit update that we had on confirmation of the buy. So that's what the trade has been talking about. Corn, however, finished about 2.5 cents lower today at 6.38 1/4. So we did have a little bit of pressure early. It did rebound late, and we'll talk about that one in a second as well. Early trade on a firmer dollar, and crude was lower. It did rally back. Farmers right now, looks like everybody's just closing the bins, waiting for higher prices to sell, and we may get it if we continue to see this rally. Funds were sellers of about 7,000 corn contracts today, so guys weren't here buying it late, but it was not the funds. Beans today had a very strong day. They did finish up about 17.5 at 12.57. So we did have good buying pressure in there as well. We had a bean purchase this morning of 110,000 tons to unknown. Look for some additional purchases tomorrow. If those guys were in here buying, it would have been today. They came in and supported things pretty well. We did have a bullish report yesterday for the beans, so there was a little bit of follow through there. Wheat was under pressure for most of the day and did finish about 8 3/4 lower at 6.18 in Chicago. Minneapolis was the biggest loser today. They were down about 20.5 to finish their session. Funds today were sellers of about 4,000 wheat, so that did keep pressure on the markets. Plus, the report yesterday was not friendly for the wheat market, so wheat will probably be dragged along here by the corn and the beans in the next few months as we continue to look for direction in this market. Cattle today, active trade at 119 in the plains in Kansas and Texas. Recovery in the outside markets is what led to higher cattle today. We did trade $1.75 higher in the Dees. So look for a little bit more strength there on recovery in the outside markets. Even though cash did trade a few dollars lower than last week, we did have the recovery in those outside markets mixed with the dollar falling back. Hogs today. Wholesale pork down sharply yesterday, and we're looking for 7 straight days of losses in wholesale pork prices. So we should start to see that seasonal pattern pick back up again. It is running about 2 to 3 weeks after normal sell points, so we should see that market come under a little bit of pressure in the next few weeks as guys are going to start to see our cash pork prices down. The big issue today was the dollar. The dollar at one point was 50 higher. It did, when I had last looked, it was sitting unchanged, so about 50 off of its highs. Right at about 11.20 today, if you guys go back and look, check this out. 11.20, the dollar started to fall, and all the grains, commodities, outside markets, everything started to rally at this point. So everything was trading off the dollar today, so if you get a chance, take a look at that. The Dow, as I last checked, was down about 35. Crude oil trading down about $1.15 at 84.41 a barrel. China had some import numbers out this morning. The import-export numbers both were down sharply. So with that being said, crude imports were down about 12%. The trade was looking at that as unfriendly, thinking that China's maybe slowing down. Remember a couple months ago, we were talking about how China was trying to slow down inflation by raising interest rates. We're starting to see the repercussions of that now. So a couple of things to look at is how China is pushing their hand. That's what we've got for you for the markets today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Allendale, 800-262-7538. Also, take a look at our research. We've got a bunch of good guys writing that for you. If you're not already subscribed, give us a call here and we'll get you signed up. Also, feel free to check out the website. It's allendale-inc.com. If you're interested in taking a look at a free week subscription to our website as well, give us a call. Give us your information. We'll get your guys hooked up with that. Also, a reminder, we do have our conference coming up in about 3 months. So keep an eye out for that. Anybody that's interested, give us a call. Like I said, let us know, 800-262-7538. We look forward to hearing you guys. Have yourself a good rest of the week and a good weekend. We'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.